What's up though, YouTube? I'm Deron and Mastodon, and welcome to another episode of Respect to 6. If this is your first time on the series, be sure to check out the other episodes of Respect to 6. If you rock with the content and want to see some more, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I ain't post a video all summer, but in this episode, we're going to talk about why I haven't installed the lightweight alternator pulley, give a quick 5-year review on the car, as well as talk about me recently getting pulled over because it was some stupid ass shit. So for this lightweight alternator pulley, actually I gotta grab my other phone so I can show y'all. Sorry, it's glitching. I dropped this phone, it's broke. But I was making a video, you know what I'm saying, showing y'all how to remove everything so you can get access to the alternator, you know what I mean, and use this, right? So the problem that we noticed when we got everything off was right here in the middle. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in the middle for this part to grab onto in order for us to use this tool, which was weird as hell to me. I wasn't the only person in the Pentastar Performance Group that had this issue. It was just like 2 of us that I seen. But yeah, that was the issue I was having. Obviously, that was the whole idea of me making the video, was to show y'all how to use this tool. So if y'all went and got the lightweight alternator pulley, y'all could be able to install it with the tool. But because so I don't know what the hell happened here, I would have to pull out the entire alternator in order to install this, and I just haven't got around to it yet. Talk to Charles, maybe we'll do it before the winter. But yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't get installed, because something is going on here. Nobody really want to pull out a whole alternator to do this. There she is. This ain't a cold start. I was just out here like 30 minutes ago playing with this bitch. So I will tell y'all, man, this bitch dusty. I will tell y'all one issue that I'm having with Destiny. It's not a big issue, but if you watch the pedal commander install video, I had mentioned something about it possibly triggering a check engine light. And recently I've been having the check engine light pop up along with the red lightning bolt. So I automatically knew it was some throttle related shit because I've been through this shit before, right? So process of elimination, I really think this is the main issue, because this I bought used, and you know what I'm saying, obviously you buy something used, it's a risk. Even with something new, it could be a defect, but it's more obvious, or not obvious, it's more likely with something that's used. But I'm thinking that this has to get replaced because it's triggering that check engine light every now and then. I doubt it's a throttle body because that was brand new and I just got that earlier this year. I don't remember when I dropped that 85mm throttle body install video, but whenever I dropped that, that's when I got it. It could be the MMX adapter kit for the throttle body, like there's some type of wiring issue, but I'm gonna start with replacing this first. I don't know if I'm going back to the roar pedal or I'm gonna try that, I think 9 drive. I've seen some of y'all talk about that. If I get the 9 drive, obviously I'll do a review on it, but it'll be brand new too. Whatever I get gonna be brand new, but I'm gonna start with this, and if I'm still getting that light and that red lightning bolt, then we gonna move on to the next thing, you know, process of elimination. But other than that, the car's been running fine, and I've had it for 5 years, going back August 21st, 2017, so it's been 5 years now. I started with like 36,000 miles up to, you know, damn near 115K. I don't really beat on the car like that too much. One time I stepped on the fucking gas and that triggered the check engine light, and I was pissed off because when that check engine light triggers and that red lightning bolt pops up, you know, you can't really fucking accelerate like that for real. It's a struggle. I keep an OBD scan, a little basic one in here, so I can clear the code, because all I do is go up under there, unplug the pedal commander, plug it back in, and then clear the code, and I'm back on the road. So if I do it like once a day, then I know it's not gonna happen. If I try to go like days without doing that shit, I know it's gonna trigger. So that's a sign that I probably need to replace the pedal commander sooner rather than later. go. I just got pulled over on some bullshit, y'all, and I couldn't record it because my insurance is on my phone. I had to try to get that up and shit, so I couldn't record shit. But all right, so I'm headed down. This is Eastern, the street that I'm on right now. So I get up to this light right here, protect the left light, right? So just like the car in front of me, I'm waiting for this car to come through so I can turn, right? Now, as I'm sitting up here waiting, I notice in the distance, there's a Charger coming way back there. So I'm like, it was in the lane that was next to the turning lane and shit too. So I knew, I had this gut feeling that when I made this turn, that he was gonna change his route and come this way. So I would say right about here, when I looked in my rearview mirror, he done turned, you know what I'm saying? He was headed this way. So I was like, all right, there's enough distance between us to where he would have to haul ass in order to catch up to me. And that's exactly what this motherfucker did. Oh, another thing to keep in mind, the speed limit down here is 35. I don't know if y'all gonna see that or not. Y'all probably didn't. All right, so we're approaching this light right here. I know he gonna pull me over and shit. So as I was coming down that road, I had rolled down my windows because that's typically what I do whenever I feel like I'm about to get pulled over by the cops, or when I actually do get pulled over by the cops. I roll down my windows so that way they don't say something about my tip. Light turns green. I don't like take off or anything. Like, why would I? And as soon as I came right here, boom, he flicked me, right? I can't put the camera to myself because it's dark in here and shit, so we're just gonna have to tell a story like this. So he got out of his car fast as shit. Like, I barely had my information out by the time he got out to the fucking car. It was at my window. Like I said, both windows was already rolled down, so I ain't had shit to worry about. But first thing that came out his fucking mouth was, I'm officer blah blah blah, Michigan State Police. The reason why I pulled you over was because your window tint, you're not allowed to have, you know, front tint, and your windshield is tinted as well. I also clocked you at doing 47 and a 35. Just be careful in that area and try not to speed and whatnot. That's exactly what he said. First thing that popped in my mind when he first brought up the window tint was like, you sat up there and turned at that light to follow me because you saw I had tinted windows. The crazy thing about it was my windows was down this low, and it was a pretty sunny day. It wasn't too sunny, but it was sunny enough where light would come through. So immediately I was like, all right, that's a red flag to me. Like, I don't get pulled over simply for my window tint. You know what I'm saying? That's usually another reason. Of course, his other reason was a speeding thing, but he only knew about the speeding because he had to follow me and speed up to catch me to know that shit. Now I know what y'all probably thinking, like, oh, you shouldn't have been speeding if the cop was following you. First of all, I wasn't paying attention to the speed limit down the road. There's a mental lapse on me right there. He go on to compliment me on my car. He said, oh, you have a really nice car. He asked me if I done anything to it and whatnot. I mean, that's kind of a stupid ass question to ask, but it's the fact that he was trying to have a conversation with me about my car. He also mentioned how my car smelled like weed, because I literally just had got done smoking a doobie right before I had went out, because I was going to the dispensary. Yeah, it's just, he brought up the speed, the smoking weed, the tint, like those are all shit that can get you a ticket. You know what I'm saying? The weed shit, there was no weed actually in the car, but I had a water bottle in here that had a doobie from when I smoked earlier. I mean, he could have gave me a ticket, you know, off rip, but I was being respectful. I didn't want to try to escalate the situation. And on top of that, it does help that I have a good driving record. Like, the only thing I have on there is that ticket from August 2020 for that speeding. You know what I'm saying? You know, the charges got dropped for the reckless driving, so that's not gonna be on my shit. But yeah, I just think I got pulled over simply because, you know, I'm driving a Mopar, and, you know, we kind of got targets on our backs because these cars get stolen. People do these street races and whatnot and run from the cops. So, you know, it's definitely a target on your back if you own a Mopar, especially a Charger, a Challenger. I already know what comes with, you know, owning a Charger. Like, you're gonna get fucking pulled over or targeted. That's just what it is, especially when you mod your car out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I would have gotten pulled over had I not been speeding. If I was doing 35, I think he still would have tried to pull me over and probably would have tried to say something else. You know what I'm saying? I could have been doing, you know, 38 to 40 in that 35, and he still would have pulled me over because technically that'd be speeding. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that was that little shit. I wish I could have recorded that for y'all, but my insurance is on my phone and I can't do two things at once. You know, I'm trying to pull up the insurance for him to show him that I have credible insurance. And, you know, I can't record for y'all because I only had one phone in the car with me. I didn't have my other one. That's the story of, you know, me getting pulled over and whatnot. Just a simple case of I believe, a cop being bored and, you know, he seen a Charger and decided, you know, I'm gonna follow this guy and see what's up. You know, that's how I see it. You know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less. You know, I could have got slapped with like at least 3 different tickets, but I know he was fucking lying about not having tint on my side window. The law in Michigan is, I believe, 35% is the limit, but I don't give a fuck, so I got 15%. But for him to say I'm not allowed to have front window tint, like, come on, dog. I know you fucking capping. Yeah, I've had this for 5 years now. The only real issues I've had with it is an ABS sensor was bad on this tire, but that was like before YouTube. Otherwise, that had to replace the throttle body at the dealership, if y'all remember that episode, because the start connector had to get replaced, and that was like $1,900 fix. That was like the biggest issues I've had with the car since I've owned it. You know, a lot of people like to say it's unreliable, but this has been the most reliable car I've ever owned. Even with all the mods I do to it, how I beat it up, it's still reliable. For real, there hasn't been too many issues with this car at all in the 5 years I've owned it. Well over 100,000 miles now. Had it since 36,000 miles. I just wanted to show off, you know, the car, how it's been running for the last 5 years. It's been holding up pretty strong. I couldn't ask for a better vehicle, you feel me? You know, I gave out a story of me getting pulled over and shit, which was, I wish I could have got some video footage of that shit, because that shit was funny to me, because I was partially high when that shit went down. So it's like, I try not to make too much eye contact with the officer. My shit wasn't like beat red or anything, but just a little bit red. But other than that, I know y'all probably see me upload shorts. If you see my shorts on the cooking videos and whatnot, that's what I do too. That's what I love doing, you know what I'm saying, cooking and whatnot. So those videos are always gonna get posted. We're gonna wrap up this episode of Respect to 6. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. But until then, y'all, I got one question for you.
Are you in the mafia?
Am I in the what?